Welcome back to another edition of VMZ Loretta Lynn's 2021 Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Championships. Man, it is going down here at the ranch. And how about this throwback song, MX Sports Center 2007, bringing it back. What do you think, Emick?
Looks like it's going to be in pretty good shape, right? It's had a few motos on it, so it's worn in a little bit. Tomorrow I got the first moto, or and so it's going to be a little sloppy, but I think this might be maybe the best condition that it's going to be all weekend, so we'll see.
Our volume was off on this end, so we don't actually know what Emick said, but guess what? I'm your co-host, vurbwes, the actual host, Jeff. Here he is.
Yo, 250B Limited Moto number 2. Aiden Shive grabbed a start, but it was short-lived as soon as Jaden Cloth tried to check out, but it didn't come easy. You had Gage Linville hot on his tail, and honestly, Jaden gave Gage everything he could handle.
Hey, can I do a shameless plug for the Vurb Classic right now, coming up October 1st through 3rd? Gage Linville actually was the king of the Classic in 2011 at Silver Dollar. He was like 2 years old. He won the 85 class then. So anyways, it was no surprise that he was out front this moto.
Absolutely, and honestly, the lead two guys kind of settled in, which then left all of the focus into 3rd and 4th place. You had Maddie Jorgensen and Parker Ross. Parker Ross was turning it on, kind of came out of nowhere at Freestone, and is continuing to show why he's a heavy hitter in this class.
It was a really fun battle to watch these two all moto. Like you said, Linville and Jaden way far out front, but these two dudes, they were relentless on each other, so it was quite a fun one to watch and film.
Maddie kept that gap pretty much the whole way. Parker just couldn't quite get to the front. He tried like hell, but hey, sometimes it doesn't happen.
And Gage Linville would take the win. Jaden in 2nd. Maddie 3rd. Parker Ross 4th, with Chase Yenser in 5th.
Yeah, Chase.
You know what? I am not jealous of those guys that have to ride the first moto here at the ranch. It is definitely a little sloppy. It's a little wet. I'm taking 4th moto if I had to pick.
At least 6th to 9th moto.
There you go.
If I'm given the option.
Well, here's the 65 10 to 11 class. This was a fun one too, Jeff.
Yeah, Darren Pine actually didn't get the whole shot. So Carson Wood grabbed the start. Darren Pine made his way around him pretty early into the first couple of laps, and Jonathan Getz unfortunately slid out, went down. Now, that said, as we're going to see here, Getz did make a charge. Carson did pass Darren Pine around lap 2 and proceeded to set sail. Cole Blancha managed to keep his 3rd place. Wyatt Thurman behind him in 4th. And yeah, honestly, it stayed pretty much as you see here, with the exception of Jonathan Getz. So Jonathan Getz, again, not the best start, did go down, and then proceeded to absolutely send it. He was the only one hucking this triple all day.
You know what? Jonathan Getz has also won the Youth Power Award at the Vurb Classic on multiple occasions, and I expect to see him back at Next Level 101 on October 1st through 3rd.
If you know the Getz family, like I know the Getz family, they will certainly be there first weekend of October.
Good job on coming back to 5th, Jonathan, and congratulations to Carson Wood for yet another moto win.
All right, Mini Senior. This race was hectic. Hectic. It almost seemed like nobody really wanted to take the win.
Jeremy Fafani there with the whole shot.
Followed by fake Tiger Woods.
But Drew Adams quick to come around all of them to take the early lead here in the 85 Mini Senior division. It's not called 85 at all, but you know what? Yeah, it's late. We've had a few beers. Doesn't matter now, does it, Jeff?
We're actually recording this outside of the beer tent. See us out there. Speaking
of, we almost got Kevin and Jason today, but we didn't have enough beers to give them. So, anyways,
Weege doesn't work for free. Weege doesn't work for free. Tiger. Oh, look at Tiger. Meow.
So the early stage of this race, these two were battling hardcore, but in the back, this 3rd through 6th was pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah, leaders checked out. You had Elvin Hillman. Honestly, Elvin's been crushing. Again, Spring National showed out and is continuing that momentum as we go through here. You had Papani trying to catch up. I will say it was a nice bounce back for Jeremy. Yesterday, or whenever the first moto wasn't the best. So it's good to see kid out of the West Coast crushing it.
So Alvin Hellion what? Helen?
Hillian. Sorry.
Hillian.
I'm sorry. Then the announcers announce these names 18 different ways, so we just kind of stick with whatever
There you
one
go.
we think.
Anyways, he went down. I guess that was my point.
Yeah. So Elvin ended up stuffing the front end, kind of boxed out Lucas Fauser as well, giving Fapani the clear runway to check out and try to set sail to catch the leaders.
I will say they got up pretty damn quick, but guess what? Fapani took over third and said, dude, I'm not letting go.
We out.
Drew Adams was checking out, and then guess what? Went down. We saw yellow flags, which let Tiger Wood take over the lead, and then, you know what? He didn't look back.
Never looked back. And also, by the way, Jeremy Fapani is one of his trainers, Jared Becker, longtime friend. Shout out to you. Kid looks fit. Elvin, the only kid in the class hucking that. So
Oh, wow, that's
sick.
crazy. I didn't notice. That's
yeah,
awesome.
so sick. Love it. Thor Powell, too.
Hey,
Thor Powell.
Yeah, he's sick. I like him, too.
Thor Powell didn't have the greatest start, but then honestly made his way through, started chopping up, and I believe I seen an Instagram post earlier. The bike died right after the finish line. So shout out to Thor Powell. Kid's really coming to his own lately. Yeah, Tiger Wood.
Yeah.
Big air.
Congrats on yet another Moto win, Tiger Wood.
Moto Wood.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, here's a little shout out to the Pro at 50.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Cowling, Shift, ODI, FMF, Pro at 50. Be on the lookout. Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you, preferably our YouTube channel.
I promise episode 2 is going to be better than Pro Start here in the Masters 50 Plus.
Yikes.
But guess what? He did pretty good that moto. Anyways, you got to wait till the episode to see.
All right. Wes, take it away. I was in the trailer editing for this one, so this one's on you.
So Evan Ferry out front in the 125 BC 12 to 17 class. Guess what? I should have been taking a break too. I'd already been on the track for 5 motos, and then you start walking away and you hear bumblebees, and you're like, oh my gosh, you got to turn around. So I was already about 6 or 9 miles deep by this point in time. But guess what? 3 riders wide. Couldn't resist. Mark Phineas in second there with Evan Ferry out front. Bryce Shelley, the number 9. Yet another guy that we really saw stand out at the Spring Nationals this year, Logan Best in 4th. Evan Ferry really has a point to prove after going down that first moto earlier this week and has won everything since.
Honestly, Mark looks really well. Mark looks really good. He's spent a majority of the last 9 months out on the West Coast. That family is not afraid to travel around the country. They do come from a karting background, so traveling is not.
Look at the color analyst here. You know some deep info, man.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
No, it's what I get paid to do. But no, shout out to Mark. He had a nice bounce back ride again as well. Bryce Shelley, Justin Allen, Logan Best. But Evan Ferry, I mean, man, oh man, what if?
Yeah, he's going to be hard to beat coming into those last motos here.
All right, women's Moto 2 going off here. Let's take a look at this hole shot right here.
Is that what they sound like, Jeff?
That's exactly what they sounded like. So you had Sophia Phelps, Katie Benson, and Taylor Allred set sail on the rest of the class. I will say it was hella impressive to watch these 3 women absolutely duke it out on course for the entire 20 minutes.
Yeah, listening to the announcers on this one, man, it sounded like the entire moto. They were just back and forth. Taylor Allred trying to stake claim, but guess what? Sophia Phelps saying, not today.
Not today, son. And it did sound like Taylor Allred is dealing with a lower extremity injury, maybe an ankle. Kind of unclear on that one. But
she mentioned it on the podium. I don't remember exactly, but guess what? We filmed a lot of motos today.
I don't remember.
A lot of podium speeches. I'm sorry, I don't remember as good as Weege and Kevin. They get paid to do this. We do not.
If you're paying, we just saying.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? Is there a beer saying for that? Because I think that should imply here.
No, definitely. Alcohol, dollars.
All right, back to the racing. Sophia Phelps would take the lead, I know, in the later stages of this race.
All right, so here it is, last lap. Taylor Allred and Katie Benson going into the last corner. I'm just going to let this play out. Take a look.
So much fun, phenomenal ride. I got out there and just did what I've been working on, and no complaints, honestly. It was a great time out there, and I wish I had more time on the track just because it's so fun. I enjoy being out here. I love the soft, loamy dirt. Thanks to RMX Series, we're able to practice on that a lot at RMX Academy, and yeah, I can't stop smiling. Is that a pretty good? I feel like if we had a summary, it would be I can't stop smiling, even though that's pretty often.
Well, thanks, Sophia. This would normally be where the Open Pro Sport Moto 2 highlights would go, but guess what? They were too long, and I decided to upload them on their own on YouTube. And guess what? We need your $3 that they pay us for you to go watch that by itself.
Shout out Jace Kessler.
There you go. So anyways, that leads us to our last moto today, the 85 10-12. Not of today, but of our video highlights. So Drew Adams, once again, showing the field what's up.
Showing the field what's up, but it didn't come easy. You had Deacon Deno, kid out of Texas, shredding, absolutely shredding. Managed to keep Drew Adams at bay for the first couple of laps. Honestly, it was really impressive to see. Deacon's been putting in a lot of work over there at Taft House, and it's showing. You had Drew Adams again, class of the field. He is going to age out, going to be on a Super Mini full time, here pretty soon. So it'll be exciting. Now the battle for third and just the battle for third ended up getting pretty hectic here.
Yeah, this was like the most fun thing in the whole race. Once Drew Adams said, "Hey, this is my class yet again," it was between these two guys to really entertain us.
Absolutely, and honestly, all day, when the leaders did start to check out, the battle beyond, kept raging, and then Cannon Hargrove there didn't have the finish he would like. He did really, really well yesterday, and unfortunately, is going to need a bounce back in Moto 3.
Landon Gibson would take third, the number 72 ride, and Brody Barth on the 26th.
Shout out Chase Lawton and his Kobe 7 gear.
That's pretty rad. Anyways, epic day of racing at the ranch. I can't believe we actually got through this. I'm going to pull the Cardinals in here. We're talking and have music underneath a 125 start. We'll see you tomorrow because we are headed to the beer tent.
Woo!